wagon. Somebody might get lucky back there on a good night. And Mario, he had lots of girlfriends. He didn't have just one girlfriend. He had lots of ladies that liked him. He was a good-looking dude, too. So they wanted Mario to go to bring the truck. And so Mario said, yeah, and I'm going, no, you don't need to go out. It's 9 o'clock. Is 9 o'clock late to go out? No, you things just get going, right? But I was nervous about them going out that night. He had already had a DUI at 18. He was under the limit. Did you know that if you're under the limit and under the age of 21, you could get a DUI? Do you guys know that? Yeah, any alcohol. You could be .02. Well, they decided to go out. They didn't listen. Who's going to listen to mom, you know, nagging mom? Don't go out. It's not safe. They went out. They got their friends. They picked everybody up. What was interesting is they had a lot of different chances to change their entire life. That night, after they picked everybody up, some lady next to their friend's house said, you boys going out drinking tonight? I said, yeah, so? Not a good night to go out. Mario says he wished he would have listened to that lady. Well, they went out. They had a big bonfire party. They had about, what, 7 people in the car? Girls and guys, and they went to the bonfires, and they were playing King's Cup. That's a drinking game, and they were having a really good time. But somebody got fresh, one of the girls from another campfire. You know what he did? He pinched her on the butt. What do you think happens when somebody gets fresh with somebody's girlfriend? What happens? What do you think? Fight broke out, yeah. And so the guys had to hurry up and get ready to leave. Did they have a designated driver? No. Did they have the least drunk person drive? No. Whoever drove there drove back, and it was Mario. He was the driver, and he was probably the most intoxicated. How do I know that? Well, when Mario crashed and we got his blood alcohol results, it was .223, and that was about 3 hours after they were partying at Ocean Beach. Well, anyhow, going back to the story, they got everybody all up in that truck, and they got home safely. Thank you, God. Because people ask me how I got through this experience and didn't fall apart and go into drugs or alcohol or antidepressants myself. A part of it is I'm a spiritual person, and I already had a belief system. I had a belief system that everything would work out if I listened to that little voice. I call it my spirit voice, that everything would be okay. So whenever I'd go into panic and fear, I'd take a breath. Okay. So I have gratitude that no one else was hurt. That's one of the reasons I got through this. Everybody was dropped off safely. They get to a friend's house, and then they had another opportunity. The friend said, hey, Mario, are you good to drive home, or do you want to spend the night? Mario says, I'm good. I don't want to spend the night. I don't want my truck to be out on the street all night. Have you ever been protective of your truck or your car? You didn't want to park it in a certain area. You know, you want to take care of that vehicle because you never know what could happen. But drinking and driving, things can happen. So Miguel said, I'll follow you home. Miguel wasn't as intoxicated as his brother. He had a CRX, and he drove Mario, followed Mario home. So they're on Taylor Boulevard, and they're in front of the police station, and they decided to drag race. Now, is that very good thinking, and drag racing in front of the Pleasant Hill Police Department? Well, when you've been drinking or taking drugs, do you think real rationally? You make good choices? No. If you did, you probably wouldn't be here, right? Okay, life happens. So Miguel's ahead of Mario in his CRX. A 73 pickup truck's no match for a CRX with an engine swap. So he's way ahead, and where's Mario? So he waits, and then pretty soon his brother goes in front of him, passes, and he watches his brother slam into a light post 60 miles per hour. His only brother, his little brother, his best friend. How do you think that felt for him? Was that a happy experience? Was that a life-changing experience? Okay, first of all, he couldn't get him out of the car. The window was open, and he's leaning over. Mario's not conscious, and he can't pull him out. So somebody standing by over, it was near a shopping center, saw what happened, and they called 911. Paramedics